the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, right back to Lindsay. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second down, a run with Lindsay. Finding some room at midfield. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 60, orange. Check, 53, mine. Focus, defense, focus. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Let's put that team on the front. Go. 53. Mike. Leo. Run your job. Save. Go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Come on now. Charlie.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. Flush to his right. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Green brings it in. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos pushed further out in front. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Let's go. Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He completes it to Nelson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. Nice. Single. 36. Watch time. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check, 47. All day. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 50, ready, go.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down, it's Lindsey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He's got his tight end fan, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Screen pass to Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Single, slot. Hey, you're running out.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 6 yards. That's 22. Check. Cover. 22. Check. Cover.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The kick by McManus is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
47. Check, 47.
2nd and 5. He finds Robinson. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Don't be scared of it. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Here we go, deep. High. Check safety. Smoke. Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught by Nelson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. J.J. Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 17, Jackson. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. A Another run by Lindsey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
You want to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4? Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys are playing the end.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 33. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And an alley to run. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Lock it. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashawn Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Safety's creeping. Check 9, check 9. Switch. Eddie, go.
They're going to look to throw. They've got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 2. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He may try and run for this.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Orbit. Check. 53's mine. Check. Jack. Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Reggie Ragland picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll make it third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. You got the slim lead late in the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, and a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right at the 35. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Nice 7, let's go. Yep, 47. Check, 47. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So,
and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bucs, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Denver, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.